How would you describe yourself?
I'm a no limits kind of girl. My husband is the kind of guy that he doesn't believe in anything unless it works. He took a packet of Soul that evening, and he took a packet of Soul the next morning, and by lunch the next day, he looked at me and said, "Neeley, this is your job." And it really caught me off guard, because not that he didn't just say it worked or that I feel better. He literally was putting faith in our financial future in this company, in these products. You know, I kind of had the cold sweats and kind of started to panic a little bit, like, oh, is this real? Is this opportunity really coming along? This is that once in a lifetime thing you look for as a network marketer. But it all had, again, it had to be legit, and here we go. I started. I told Mike, I called him up and I said, okay, you know, they obviously work. You know, Bray is feeling relief, and I need you to tell me how we're going to do this. And I said, if I do this, I said, we're going to go all out, because this has to pay the bills. I can't just make a little bit of money here and there. Like, I needed a paycheck yesterday. So tell me what to do and how we're going to do it. And he said, okay, here we go. And we worked, locked arms, worked hand in hand. I came in at a bronze pack. That's all I could afford. I scraped it together, but knowing that I needed to be at that elite pack for all the rank, you know, there being a higher pay rank and the things that I could get with that. So I went to selling some stuff. I sold some camera equipment. I sold a saddle, and I sold some things to where I could upgrade 2 weeks later to that elite pack, and I did. I worked it every single day, and I was doing an 8 to 5, probably longer hours. I sat down with my family, my children, and I had that conversation. I said, listen, Mommy's going back to work. I am gonna be home, and you're gonna see me, but I'm gonna be working. So, you know, we got clear on that first. I didn't want them to think that I was ignoring them. If I was on the phone, or if I was talking to a customer, if I had to fly for a weekend and go to an event, I did treat it like a full-time job. Therefore, I feel Rain was able to pay me back like a full-time job. By my second paycheck in Rain, I paid for that elite pack. I made my money back in 2 weeks. I did what I was told. You know, the compensation plan really does work if you do what you're told. Within 2 months, I was paying the bills. My husband was working a construction job aside from his rodeo schedule. It was really, really hard on him. It was obviously still hard on him physically, but hard on him, you know, these hours he was miserable. He didn't enjoy it. It's not his passion. His passion is always to farm and to be a farmer. And there we go again, I'm gonna cry. 4 months into the company, I was making enough money to where he could actually quit his job. He was able to quit the construction job because I was covering all of our bills. And we were obviously feeling better. Our kids were doing amazing on the products. And as these months progressed, it actually started becoming a reality that, you know, maybe we could go back into farming. We had talks about it, we prayed about it, and it became a decision. And because of what financially was in place, what I was making December 31st, we were able to put our place in the market in North Texas, and we moved back to the Panhandle of Texas. Here we are in May, and my husband's farming about 5,000 acres in the Panhandle. Doors have just opened left and right for him. I have huge goals, and I have huge plans and things that I want to continue on and do, but I can never thank Rain enough for giving me that opportunity to get to be and live out our dream from a financial standpoint, because I easily could have gone back to an office job. I could have taken the easy route. I could have, you know, gone and put in applications places. But because of what Rain offers and what they're able to offer to people, you know, it truly does. It works, and it comes into play, and it was able to be a huge blessing in our lives. I'm blessed to be able to pour back into people now from my experiences and help train and get to actually be in part of their journey in their financial freedom and providing for their families. It's so rewarding in the sense of not only my story, but getting to be a part of their story and letting Rain bless, you know, all of us simultaneously. If you go from a heart of truly trying to help somebody, which is easy again in this company, I think if you offer what it's done for you and then leave it at that, it lets people feel that, freedom to make their own choice. You have to humble yourself down and really be a student of the industry, and you have to be a sponge to people more successful than you. So knowing Mike and his success, I told him as a joke, I said, you're my Miyagi and I'm your Karate Kid. Where when you go in a corporate world or work for someone else, you're limited to what you can do, how high you can rise or how many goals you can attain or whatever it is that you're doing, you're limited. But as an entrepreneur, you get to decide your fate. However hard or little you work, it's up to you. You don't have to leave your fate in someone else's hands.